Right, good morning to everyone on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. We're just waiting for a couple of other platforms, and I've got a toothpick stuck to my arm. We'll worry about that later. And we're on. Okay, hey everybody. I'm Rob the Builder, and oh, excuse me. Not a great start to the stream, but never mind. Anyway, I'm here today. Okay, well, yesterday I had hoped to show a few things, and then my camera decided to flip the bird at me. Not literally, it doesn't really have a bird to do the flip with, but you get the picture. However, I have managed to finish one of the things that I wanted to show you yesterday. I'll show it to you now. The other, excuse me again. Getting over a bit of COVID, man. Excuse me. Is we can get on to a fair bit of work on our next single-engined aircraft, being the Hawker Tempest. And further to which, we can complete a motorcycle from the ground support crew. So, all things being well, excuse me one more time. Okay, let's get you a bit of light. Better viewing, posse. And excuse me again. Oh, I tell you guys, I haven't been ill in years. Now I've caught COVID, and I find myself a bit like Boromir, which is to say, what is this, you devilry? All right, first things first, guys. Now that I've here, what I wanted to complete yesterday. I'll zoom you in a little. This is the Supermarine Spitfire Mark 9C of a gentleman named Buzz Burling. I'll assume he's a gentleman. I don't know, maybe quite the scoundrel for all I know. Anyway, this was an AZ kit. I purchased it on the strength of their 109s. I have built one of their 109s. I thought it was great. I'm sorry to say the Spit didn't follow those same standards. However, things I'm happy about with it, excuse me again. Deary me. I've got a fairly clear canopy on it, which is good because see how it looks the way it should. You get stains and stuff in it because it looks like shit. Other things I'm happy about, if I remove from there, is this is the first time I've managed to do the vertical wire. It's an interesting feature that okay, most single-engine fighters from the Second World War got a wire across there. Germans tend to start theirs from there. They have a vertical wire that goes up like through around there generally. Brits have it there to get it achieved. I've done Messerschmitt ones before. That was pretty easy. But yeah, there we go. Other things I'm pleased about, I guess, just hit the wrong button on there. Pretty happy with how the canopy's coming. Well, canopy, the dash, and there we go. I'm pretty happy how that's all come up. Yeah. So I'll put the full album up on various platforms. A bit later today. That is Spitfire. Now, put that up to there. Put this somewhere nice. Now, there were a few things I wanted to work on today, painting-wise. One of which is this little chappy. This is our pilot from the Hawker Tempest. So we might as well get a couple of colours on him. Then we can get stuck into some gun bays on the Tempest, and then we also have things like finish off the motorbike a bit, make it look pretty. Boom. Going along quite well overall. There's a few bits I want to tidy up on it though. Start gluing it together. Boom. Anyway, and also pushy. You actually have got a bit of a start on. What today, I reckon. Alright. So, on that basis, switch out. Time. Alright, now on our pilot, I would be thinking that we'll go for a bit of wool on his jacket and boots. We'll just do the wool on the jacket and the boots for the time being, because that won't take long to dry. Then we'll start looking at his face. The other bits and bobs. About 5 or 6 colours we'll utilise overall. Now, boom. This is my go-to colour for wool. So the only thing about this one is that it does require a lot of shaking. As I don't use it very often, it sort of, oh no, it might be a bit of luck. Oh no, you can see there's a bit of grey there. You want all of that mixed in as best you can. At the end of the day, that's all part of the pigment. Now, once I've got the Spitfire out the way, I can focus on the Tempest. I do want to get the Halifax done because then I can focus on the Lancaster. Starting to get things achieved, kids. Printer's looking. No, no, not yet. This should come up sort of a dull white. Oh, now we're starting to get action. But you can see, actually, here's a good one. Illustrated. Those who are a bit less aware. Yeah. You can see that's not mixed in at all. So we got to keep shaking that shit. Now, I suppose another way I can go about this if I want to is you actually get a stirrer. Like do I want to do that? Probably might. It's pretty thick and gluggy. This is the time when the handle of a shitty brush comes into its own. So, yeah. Oh god, that's like clag. It's missing what I might need to do. There we go. Now we're getting some action. Oh yeah, probably a bit thinner we can do. But this is an acrylic, so probably that'd be over a bit of water perhaps. Very quickly. Is what's that? Otherwise that will like as not sort of clag up a bit. Now we're starting to get somewhere. There we go. I've had this for a while, so I shouldn't be entirely surprised it's claggy. Now, alright. I actually don't need much paint for our purposes. Okay, we'll go for a nice crisp brush. That colour looks for that. Okay. I want some wool. Chop. A little. Okay. Tidy that up a bit. Gone a bit too far with some of my don't want to keep the full colour. I can put the uniform colour. This one boots. Well, where are we going to go with this as a colour? See, we'll tidy up his boots a little bit later. Okay. All right. So what we got there is his bits on his jacket. I have reason I believe it's where they're flying around. That is. Oops. Beautiful. All right. Goggles off for a moment. Now let me clean this brush, and I'll show you what I've done. Yes, I will. Now, with the boots and the um, um, on the wool, the reason we've got them on first is we can start coming out, like I can do a little touch up there on leather where I need. Because it's at the bottom, go upwards, and it's a much easier objective to achieve. That's the theory. Now, whilst that's drying, a brief moment. Alrighty. Now, next on the agenda, here we have, now there's two colours I want to put, actually. There's a bit more dark grey I'd like to put on. There's a few things we're going to do here. These are our ammunition racks. Some parts of our guns. Tempest. We're going to do first, I'm using dark grey as the edge of the ammunition cases, stuff like that. A couple of places we can put that. Cool. Then, look at that. We've got a couple of loose guns. Need to have some bronze put on them. We're going to put like right in those little bits there. See what I mean when I zoom in. We'll put that on the other guns as well because they are areas that can be done whilst we do the other colour as well. Now, don't need that. That. Alright. Put that modern art piece. Dark grey. Do it. There we go. There's just these little side bits on these. Need the dark grey there because they lead across. Let's grab the wing to show exactly where they go. They do is they create a border. Now on these ones, which are ammunition racks. There we go. Complete, but that's okay. Alright. Probably zooming in a bit really. What I'm trying to do, see I've got a dark colour there. That is indeed dark grey. Now, what I'm doing, colour, bottom, basically need to create casing borders for our ammunition racks. Basically that's the whole purpose of this little expedition. There. One more. There we go. Yeah. Color. Perhaps. Righty. And oh, hello. Hang on, I should zoom that out a bit. Ah, okay. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you for dropping past. I appreciate that. How you been? All right. I'm currently working on some gun bays. I'll bring in show you a bit more um, of what I'm doing directly. But what I'm trying to achieve goes like this. In fact, there's a few bits to this. Done a bit of kit surgery on the Hawker Tempest wings. The gun bays I'm working with come from a Hawker Typhoon. So what I've done is the Hawker Typhoon gun bays are up here. Hawker Tempest ones are down here. I've cut out the sections to be able to expose the gun bays, move them down, give the Tempest gun bays. Why would I do this? Because it behooves me. It's about as much reason as I need. Now, and to that end, what we're doing here is this is going to be one of the guns and pieces of ammunition racks. What we're going to need to do is I'm going to be painting that bronze, bit of green there, and bronze there as well. We want to paint the ammunition. A couple of little bits here. At the moment, what I'm doing, what I've just completed doing, is the ammunition case border casings. So, to that end, the other colour I wanted to try it out, because I can do that whilst the dark grey is drying, is looking. Put it there. The whole stack of colours, as you can see. It's brass bronze. And all we're going to do with that is there. A sharp brush for the occasion. We will go with that one. Now, what I want to do with this colour, not much in truth, should probably zoom in a bit, is it orange. That is the extent what I wanted to do with that colour on that piece. That's it. Nothing too exciting. it's part of the process. That's the aim of the game. Now, equally, once we've got this on, thinking, I do sometimes, people. That what we'll move on to get more pilot work. I think this time we'll give him a face. Most people like having a face. I've grown attached to the idea. This side. Go, we will go, we will go. Yeah. And we'll go on to this one. That's all the bronze we need done. Once we've got the that on, as I said, we can get onto the pilot a bit. Finally. There we go. All right. Anyway. Take goggles off. Zoom out. Now. Next. Ooh, crack back. Whenever I do close-in painting, I have a bad habit of punching right in, what I call the Quasimodo position. And I don't think it does my back any favours. No, it does not. Yeah. Next. On me. Now, pilot. Where we're at with him. Oh, I wouldn't mind tidying up that jacket a little. But paint his face. Let's see. Probably his actual trousers wouldn't be such a bad outcome. Oops, easy. So, yeah. So, yes, flesh. Do I have the flesh colour out? I might not have. Be. Oh, what's this? No, that's not flesh. That's German pale brown. A quick scan. Might be nice to have a quick look. gold. No, that ain't flesh. I'm going to have a quick look in my box of acrylics. I have a lot of paints in various locales. Hello. Light flesh. Seeing as he's from the UK, I'd say light flesh would be the appropriate colour. That is my entire opinion on the matter. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm here. Well, hopefully it will be for you, mate. Now, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm about to put some, give our pilot here a face. I mean, he's already got a face, but I'm sure he'd like some bit of colour on that face. Now, and once I've got that done, I'll fix up his jacket a bit. No, it's not that complex, mate. It's a process. Here we go. Now, I'll even explain very quickly some of the process. The thing of going from the bottom up, by which I mean, you can see that the jacket there, if I were to do, say, a toothpick for a moment to really help point this out, it would be a bit easy. If I was to do all that button there and the straps there and all that, and then try to get through down to the lower stuff, you can imagine it's going to be harder. So what you want to try and do, in my opinion, is to do the bottom stuff first, and you can touch up as you go along. That's a bit blurry, sorry, mate. But yeah, so what we're gonna do, a nice sharp brush. Bit of paint on it. Now you don't need to fully immerse your brush in this either, and frequently, you're well advised not to. Whoops, almost lost my bloody goggles there, that would be so helpful. The reason for that is because, of course, the more you get on, where's my that, zoom out a bit. Now, see how much I've got on there? If I fully immersed the brush in that, unsurprisingly, it's going to be a whole lot more paint to work to deal with. Don't need fast. Face. Ooh. And it doesn't matter if I pin this helmet because ultimately what will happen is paint out just a little. Oh, well, that's good. Thanks for that. Yesterday I had my camera froze, which I'm sure you'd understand is less than ideal. So yeah, I appreciate your dropping past. Now what I'm going to do very quickly, paint it first. Make sure those eyes and stuff will come up, because what we're going to do eventually is now what I'll do, quite as pretty as I'd like. We're going to hit it with stuff called Nuln Oil, and that'll really highlight his eyes and stuff. Oh, that'll be good. Be warned, if you're watching this, I'll be very particular. That's better. That's more the angles I wanted to see. That's much nicer. That's the way. Now, so there's the guy's face. What's going to happen down the track is we're going to hit that with what's called Nuln oil. I don't know if you're familiar with Nuln oil, but what it does is that it sucks right into, it's got a very high surface tension, goes right into the cracks, and it'll help highlight his nose, his eyes, mouth, stuff like that, without trying to, or without needing to actually get a ultra fine brush to do that. Will become apparent. We should, with a bit of luck, get on that today. See how we go for time. Got a few bits I want to work on today. Was showing off earlier my, I completed a Spitfire today, which I'm going to be putting pics up on various platforms in due course. Now, what we'll also do with my pilot, he was slightly tidy his jacket up. Just a little bit. Now, feather brown. We get kind of mild amusement. I don't think it's quite the right word. We'll run with that. Out of trying to translate. Okay, leather brown, obviously Spanish. Callao. I think Oscaro's dark, so there's something a bit more going on there. There we have it. Anyway, let's fix up that jacket a bit, shall we? Couple of bits I wouldn't mind having a look-see on. Pushy, perhaps. But foist. Grab a brush, kids. For the record, I'm a fan. These brushes are generally 10.0. I'm a big fan of 10.0 brushes. Yeah. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, pretty much. Tidy too. Maybe. What we're gonna do? That's it. That was the extent of it. I wanted to tidy up. Not very good elsewhere. So what we got? You can start to see how. All right, there we go. Stop that. There we go. So you can start to see how, by starting at the bottom and coming upwards, we get our objectives achieved with these colours. Next move, and yeah, nothing else board. One of the things that will dictate as to whether or not you can do a colour is if there's wet paint bordering it. What we're gonna do, is hit our pilot's trousers with some RAF blue. Yes, we are. Gooch out. Clean brush. Now, once we get the uniform on him, I'm thinking what we might do is the projectile heads on the ammunition rack. Because, of course, ultimately, that's what you're looking at on the ammunition racks. You've got to have the round, the projectiles, shell casings. Now, his uniform, field blue, is what I usually roll with for an RAF uniform. I think there's some there. Boom, and they say I'm just a pretty face. Actually, no, they do not. I can't actually recall anybody saying I'm a pretty face. Nah. Now, field blue, not perfect for the occasion, but neither is dropping the bloody paint. Excuse me a moment while I get that. There we go. Now, if you get something about uniforms that I was given a tip on, and it makes pretty sound sense as a statement. A lot of people get themselves tied into knots over what is the correct colour for a uniform. Something that was explained to me, certainly during the Second World War, when Sky would have wearing his uniform, you're looking at variances in terms of it may be as simple as to what colour cloth they could even get, plus how long ago I've been wearing his uniform, all these little things. So you don't need to get too head up about that sort of a caper. Well, you probably weren't getting to head up about it, but if you were, what we're going to do, my housemate ain't sounding well, poor bugger. Completely sympathise with him too. Now, yeah, zoom in a minute. Now, alright, in a minute I'll zoom in. Actually, even when I've done the first leg, I'll show you. Unless you get an idea as to what's happening. Some of this I definitely don't need to be too uptight about. The grounds of he's going to be sitting in a chair. You really think it's going to show that much? That's it. Alright, so what we're getting here. There we go. You can start to see how there's this piece of paper out from behind. There we go. And you can start to see how it comes together. It's actually quite easy once you know the way to do it. Like anything, once you understand the process, it'll all happen for you. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. He's starting to happen. We'll just do his other leg. We'd appreciate having a uniform on both legs. We shall give him one. All right. Then you just do his side. It's largely his trousers in order. One of the bigger tricks on this, as I said, comes down to A, varnish, B, null. Um, there we go. So that's where we're at with him. So yeah. Now, once that's dried, next we'll tidy up those boots a little, and then we'll actually use that same colour on some seats on the push bike and motorbike. Boom. All right. But voiced. All right. Zoom out. Now, what I'll do next is we are looking for natural steel. Natural steel, natural steel. Oh my god, did I just chirp out with that? Okay, this is natural steel. And that's the color we are going to do our projectiles. By the time we've gotten them done, see, get a mouthful of coffee. That's the stuff I tell you. We will be able to get onto the boots on our pilot. What for a very frightening moment, I almost dropped into boots and cats and boots and cats. That's a bit old these days, I believe. No, 2 drops of paint. No, boy. Natural steel. So we'll go here. I'm not reaching over paints. There's a fair chance. Fair chance. But I have to get it on my hand. Goggles would probably be advantageous here. Oops, a daisy. One of my lenses has come loose. Both sides of my lenses. There we go. I've just realised something. I'm such a dingus. Actually, I can work with it and show you later. It's funny. Blue tick. And I sawed these to the points that I needed them. I held them in position blue. Now, trick here, whilst it's not so problematic with the ammunition round, actual projectile, when it comes to doing the actual casings, cartridges, that's where I need to. Right, so alright, at the moment, all we got is there. Yeah. Well, they're probably a bit big to be the actual projectiles at the moment, but that's ultimately what they'll be. This will probably illustrate what I'm trying to achieve rather better. Now, this be the actual. Now, I'll probably paint over about half of that line I've created. Brass, once it's dried, creating cartridges. That's the plan. A bit more. Alright. One more. Being we go. So what's going to happen? Again, looking at this one, you can see it a bit better. Right. See where natural steel is. That's going to be the very, very tops of the rounds. About 2/3 along the way up there is actually where I'm going to put brass, which is going to cover over a fair bit of that steel, but that's fine, creating the look of the cartridges. At the very top of that steel, I'll put a very, very fine line of red. Just raise that up a bit so you can see a bit better. Going to be a very fine line of red because that's typical of the rounds. And then I'm going to paint a green stripe across the brass. That will be the feeder belt. That's the plan. Now, zoom out. Now, next. Next colour which we will use will be black. Pardon me. That's what it sounds like you might be about to die. Highly possible. Now, black. Far away. I hope Rob knows this to be true. Or at least did that. Oh, no. Dark grey. I do need dark grey actually. Could do that just as a black. There's a quick little aside. A part of me from a what's the word I'm looking for? Linguistic political correctness angle finds it kind of quirky. But yep, black. That's the name of the color. But in Spanish, it actually is. Which is not very PC in some parts of the world if you're talking about various people's cultures. But hey, I often wonder which one came first in that circumstance. You know, there was a river in Africa called the Niger River. I do wonder about these things. Do I think too much? Yeah, probably. Indeed, I believe there's actually a country in Africa, Niger. So you would assume there's some correlation going on there linguistically. I find it interesting. Very briefly. Excuse me. Back there. Start off a bit of easy action. Bikes. Yeah. What is it? There we go. That's all I wanted to do on that little sucker, the bike seat. Now, on the actual motorbike, what's that looking pretty thorough? Put little touches, then we'll get on to our friends. Alrighty. So yeah, there's our motorbike seat. Now I'm actually going to do the wheels on the bike and motorbike. More of a, I have a separate colour I'll be utilising. It's a different type of black to that I've used for the seat. Yeah, that's not what I'm after him. Come here, you. What we're going to do is just tidy up those just a little. You'll do it. Now, all we got to do with this guy now, just as far as the stuff goes. But yeah, pretty nice. Problem. There you go. Probably going to need a second tidy up, but that's okay because it's quite nice now. Now, helmet. The helmet, we're going to do a different brown to his jacket. It was generally a lighter brown than that, most helmets. Now, helmet. I knew a boy named Helmet. Helmet, jeez. Okay. I've got a few options on this one. And the reason I'm okay. A few different browns. I might. Oh, that's copper. I don't want copper. Tan earth. Now, making sure which one would I prefer. Okay. Use brown sand for the helmet. Tan earth for the straps. German pale brown for there's a little button in the middle there. This is what we're doing. So, brown sand for the helmet. Paint again. Stop that behaviour, I tell you, by gosh. Now, time. No, because quite often need to hit that with a pin to unblock it. Well, not that one, but that sort of outy thing. We'll do that on a. I think that's a technical term too. Squeezy outy thingies. Uh, mm, uh, First, microphone. Careful, it's called. That's bitch. Bit more at the back. There, where we're at now. What we've done, yeah, we've highlighted where the clear parts of the goggles will be. Give him a helmet now. A bit of a tidy up going to be required there, but that's okay. Looking not too sharp. Now do I want to let some of that dry? What I could do. Now let's have a bit of a look. Oh, okay. All right. What I'm thinking. Do I want to give him his life jacket, perhaps? Oh, all right. Yep, let's give him his life jacket. Probably appreciate it. All right. I yellow of choice for such occasions. Lee. There we go. down a bit. Get my goggles on. Reaching across myself to yeah, there's the back. Couple more little stripes on him. Now, part of the reason why there's a break in the yellow on his person, that is what it's going back there again, but that's okay. That's okay. So, as you can see, he's starting to come together. You can see the little spot I sort of botched up a bit on the jacket. That's in. It's mostly starting to look kind of pretty. All right. Now, something I would like to do very quickly. All right, is depending on how we go. Now, get to a time that I need to. I'm probably within half an hour of needing to wind things up. But nonetheless, what I'd like to get done, specific color here. Moment. Of course, I'm specific color. Always looking for specific color. That's the one. British brown. Quickly get this paper out the way. What we're going to do with the British brown, once we've a bit of a shake and such like, is apply it to our motorcycle and cycle push bike. Then, depending on time, I might do the cartridges on the gun base. We'll see how we go. All right. Oh, I don't want to use a wire. Oh, no, no. Here we go. Much of this. All right. Now. Um, but I'm more interested in seeing how it comes up is the fuel tank, because I've got the mechanics on this largely done. Motorbike, I'm actually painting it. All right. All right. So that's going to be a front wheel. Oh, oh, I'm glad you think so, Wormo. um, now the next thing we're doing with that same colour is the motorbikes fuel tank. Um, oh, that's it. Kind of. Hang on, I also need to give you a bit of a. There we go. That'll help you see what I'm doing. Who would have thought, eh? That's fun with paint soap. Hang on. Yeah. What I need to do here, right under, let's face it, motorbikes, fuel tank. There we go. That's starting to look nice. They should be coloured all the way under. Certainly most of the ones I've seen are. All right. Just as you know, this motorbike's from a thing called the Bomber Resupply Kit, put out by Airfix. And there's a whole stack of things. There's supply a bomber. And good, but of course, I'll make it. All right. Now, once I've gotten the fuel tank done, we'll do the rear mudguard. Alrighty, getting there now. Oops. And there. The brush or the paints I'm using here are actually more designed for airbrushing, but because this is the color I'll be utilizing. Oh yeah, bomb. Probably a good. There we go. So yeah, there we have him. Oops. Yep. Now we get stuck into the rear mudguard, and we will. Once these are dried, these are lacquer paints, so they will take a bit longer. Means we probably won't get these absolutely completed today, but we'll set for the next. Pretty happy with how that's coming up actually. So for those who are viewing, is anybody working on anything particularly interesting on as far as models go, or art in general for that? Or anything at all, after all? Any things people might choose to work on. kids. Almost looking right. So yeah, that's our motorbike starting to come together. Now, the other thing I wanted to get to work on was this. Got a bit of a pushy here. Just try not to drop a lobster. This won't take. There's not much I really want to do on this. As facial pushback bikes are mainly frame. Once we've nailed this out, we can do things with. Now, zoom in a little. All right. Now I'm thinking because there's an actual chain guard there. I'm guessing that would probably be this color as well. I'm entirely comfortable with. All right, got a bit overzealous there where the tyre will be, but that's fine too. Tyre will, the black that we use tyre will quite casually cover that. Now, okay. Alrighty. This will be our bike done, and then as I said, I think we can get on to youth potentially. Let's see what's the time. Yeah, got time for a few things. All right. So there, their push bike almost completed. Let's face the push ain't rocket science now, is it? Couple of bits I need to tidy up. Just yeah. That's looking a bit more like it. Trying to get the My God, looking nice and pretty. Right. Now we're looking a bit more like it. One push bike. Now, zoom out. Clean my brush. This one requires actual thinner to clean. That's okay. That's okay. Three things very quickly do on the pilot. Most advantageous in my eyes. Pardon me. What that is, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. It's flash. Quickly, boom, wipe. More paint on hands as you do. Now, get a bit of paper. Of course, I'll put my finger in paint. Why would you not do that, Rob, eh? Why would you not? Anyway, what I need to do on this is a quick touch on his jacket. We're going to give him goggles. We're going to... I'll do that button later. Do the straps after, a bit later on. Okay, so leather brown. Color I generally use for goggles. Yeah, actually, you'll stick with that. Transparent blue is generally my go-to for goggles. So, to that end, good people. Little touch on his jacket. Alrighty. Just tip out of the light. And there we go. Alright. Now, so all I was doing was just tidying up a bit on his arm. Starting to come together though. Now, next, today, as I mentioned earlier, was give him some goggles. That's pretty easy actually. Out from it. What happens is you put a drop and pretty much the shape of the goggles will take care of business for you. To that end, people. Right there. Goggles on. Alrighty. There's one. Zoom in a bit for that. The other one is a yeah. He's got a pair of gold. All starting to come together. Brush. Now, next, done. Once I get this done, I'll probably depart. But we're gonna do is give me duplicate. Okay, brass. Now, to that end, people. Probably don't. Looks like I'm going to zoom you back in shortly. Brass. First to play in a brass band, you know. Just as a piece of trivia. Probably don't care, and you probably won't in the future, but there you have it. Now, what we're going to do is create cartridges for our ammo racks. So, here's our ammo rack. Closer. See where I've got the actual projectiles. Here's a bit long. I need to it's but fundamentally, there's our paint. It's going to be cartridges and rounds. Repeat process 3 more times. Yay. Number 2. Oop. Oh, good. Yep. Awesome. Second lot. It will be some touch-ups, but that's fine. Two more. Boom. They're starting to happen, kid. And finally, one more. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wind the stream up. I am very grateful for all of your watchings. Watching. Trust me, I really do appreciate it. I'll be back. I'll be back. No, seriously. I will be back tomorrow. Got some big 4-engine heavies I wouldn't mind getting. Most notably a Halifax of almost. So we can get stuck into, there we go, start looking together. We can get stuck into all of those tomorrow. It's out the way while I in my brush, because I can see there's ample possibility for me to put my hand paint. Always gets me a little bit grumpy. Oh, what you gonna do? Ah-cha-cha-cha. Alrighty. Now, give us a moment. Flick the light out. Down. Over to there. And boom. Alrighty. Well, again, thanks everyone for watching. I genuinely appreciate that. Yeah, that's me done for today. I will be back tomorrow. As I said, I expect we will be working on our 4-engine heavies. I don't have much to do on the Halifax, and I'd like to get that completed fairly soonish. What else? Ah, yes, of course. Now, for any first-time viewers who may not already have done so, it's time for you to pay attention to the magic word, which is not Shazam. It is not abracadabra. It's follow, like, or subscribe. What can I tell you? Now, I'll be back tomorrow, as I said. Now, if you want to track me down on other platforms, for I am on other platforms, people. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Discord, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. Again, follow, like, subscribe. What can I tell you? Alrighty, I will be back tomorrow. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. And I will catch you then, kids.